Hey guys. So we are getting ready to start a new writing unit, and it has a lot to do with reading too, because we're learning how to look at arguments. And as middle schoolers, I know you like to argue. So we're going to look at evaluating arguments and then also understanding different parts of an argument, like a written argument or if you're giving a debate. So that is what this video is about, just terminology that you may have heard before, and just a little bit of review. I know you start writing argumentative essays around sixth grade, fifth grade, writing about your position. And so part of eighth grade is being able to write a stronger argument and the elements that go into a stronger argument, and also being able to read and understand what other people are arguing as well. So that this next slide is just, these are important terms. I'm just going to put me up here. These are important terms that you're going to need. And so a skill, maybe if some of these words aren't ringing a bell to you, pause the video and jot down in your writer's notebook. Because if they're not ringing a bell to you, you're going to want to know what these are over the next couple weeks. And as you go into high school, because writing position papers and arguments is a big deal when you get there too. Okay. So the very first thing is just the basic idea of an argumentative piece of writing. It is also known as a position paper. So we'll use those interchangeably. A position paper stating your position on a topic. Okay. So you are just writing an argument and you're going to support what you have with evidence. Okay. So the very first thing that you may say would be your claim, your thesis, or your position statement. These are going to be kind of worked in interchangeably. When you are stating your argument, you are stating your claim. Okay. But it goes in the same place as like a thesis statement would when you are writing an expository essay. Usually the last sentence of an introductory paragraph, you are saying, this is the point, this is what I'm arguing. Okay. This is your opinion that you are going to support with facts and reasoning and evidence. Okay. The next one is evidence. You want to make sure that your evidence is relevant. It is going to be specific details that are proving your opinion and proving your point. Okay, so this may come from a text, either whether it be digital or a book that you've read or some research that you've done. You are always going to support your argument with specific evidence and support. Okay, so just a little bit of review. Make sure that you cite it properly. If you are finding something online, you still need to use the author's last name. You need to use the page number or the website. You will have a works cited page, and we will get into how to write that and what kind of tools to use for that. But you will need to cite where your evidence came from so that you are proving your point, you are supporting your claim with evidence. You are going to want to use both direct quotes and paraphrasing. Direct quotes are the ones in the quotations with word for word quotes, and then paraphrasing is when you use your own words and you're still giving credit because you are still saying where you found it, but you're using your own words because maybe it just doesn't fit right with the direct quote, or maybe you want to kind of add it so it flows better with your paper. But you are only adding relevant evidence, meaning it only connects to your topic. You're not going to pull something random that doesn't support what you're trying to claim. Okay. This next one is opposing viewpoint or counterclaim. This might be new. A counterclaim is when you acknowledge what other people may agree or may say. So maybe you are arguing that, no, we should not wear school uniforms. An opposing viewpoint or a counterclaim would be, well, yeah, we should. Okay. So it's what other people may see and what they may say. If you acknowledge what other people are going to say, it's going to show that there are going to be other views, but it's going to show that you have researched those other views and you have figured out a way to prove that they're wrong. Okay. So you want to show that you've researched your topic, that you have background, that you understand what other people may come at you and say, but you want to prove that they're wrong. Okay. That, by the way, that part where you prove them that they're wrong, that's called the rebuttal. So you have the opposing viewpoint / counterclaim. That's other people may say, but the rebuttal is where you prove them wrong. Transition words and phrases. This is something that we always encourage. It just makes your paper flow better. You use them at the beginning of each paragraph. You can use them right at the beginning of evidence. You say, for example, and then, first. So transition words just kind of help the flow of your essay. They connect ideas so it's not choppy, so it doesn't confuse our reader. You just want to make sure that you are transitioning well so your paper flows smoothly. And then the last thing is a call to action. And this is typically at the end. We've referred to this before as a so what, but you'll see this when you're evaluating other people's arguments too. When you are calling somebody to action, that is kind of like, okay, here's what you need to do. This is the problem. This is what I'm noticing. This is the argument. So here's what you need to do. Here's how you need to think or act differently to provide, to support what I am trying to argue. Okay. So your call to action is like the let's go get them kind of thing. If you're arguing something, you want to call your reader to support you in what you are saying. Okay. So like I said, we are going to get into all this. We're going to evaluate what other people say. We're going to look at other people's arguments, but then eventually you are going to write your own arguments about certain topics. So you just want to make sure that you know this terminology so you can understand what others are saying, but then so you can also write your own. As always, see us with any questions. Thanks.